Welcome back to a new data analysis tutorial. In this video we are going to talk about group by function of Pandas. I'm going to explain how you can use the function and I'm going to do a lot of examples with different setups. Let's start coding. Let's start by creating a cell, and I'm going to be using VS Code in this video, but you can use any code editor that you want. And in this tutorial we are going to cover what group by is, how it works, and go through a lot of different examples. And firstly, let's say import pandas as PD. We are going to group our data with pandas and import numpy as np, and we need this in data creation part. And let's talk about group by firstly. Group by allows us to split a data frame into groups based on some criteria, then apply a function to each group independently, and finally combine the result. The basic pattern is like split, apply, and combine. So let's go with data creation. I don't want this video to be too long and I want this to be short and informative, so I create the data before this video. We have the department, employees, salary, and experience years on the side. I'm just going to turn this into a pandas data frame. Like data, I will pass that, and now I'm going to say, like, you can also check the codes in here for data creation. I will say data frame.head, and here we have department, employee, salary, and experience years on here. 2 categoric and 2 numeric for our tutorial. So let's start by a simple group by example. Let's find the average salary by department. For that we are going to say average salary, and it's going to be data frame group by department, and we will take the salary.mean. So in here we are going to firstly pass after the data frame dot group by, and we are going to give what we are grouping by at the first place. We are grouping our data by department, and then we are going to take the value column, like we are going to take the values of salary and we are going to get the mean of them. So let me call the average salary right now. Here we can see that we have engineering, human resources, marketing, and sales on the index, and we have values in here. So this returns a pandas series, and this means that you can manipulate this as you want. Like, let me quickly show you. You have this group by result, then you can just say head 2 and see the top 2, or let's call it again, you can say sort values, and let's say ascending true. Right now it's going to be in the ascending order. If you say false, it's going to be on the descending order. And let's say that you want to make this into a pandas data frame instead of a pandas series. Then you can just pass reset index and you are going to have a data frame like this. Okay, great. Let's continue. Let's group by multiple columns. So I will say grouped, and it's going to be data frame group by. This time, since we are going to group by 2 columns, we are going to pass a list, and we will say department and experience years. Actually, I think we have an underscore, yeah, like this. Then we are going to take the salary dot mean, and let's see the result on grouped. Here it is. So we have the results with multiple index. We have the department and experience year for the average salaries on this side right now. Let's say grouped head 10 for seeing it better. Great. Let's use aggregation for multiple aggregations. So aggregation result is going to be data frame group by. We are going to group by department again, and then we are going to say aggregation. We are going to pass salary, and we will say mean, maximum, and minimum. Then experience years, let's say mean and count. So we have this different aggregation here, and I'm going to say aggregation result. So here it is. On the salary, as we mentioned, we have the mean by department, max, and minimum. On the experience years, we have mean and count on this side. Also, we can apply custom functions with lambda. Let's do that. I will say custom aggregation, and I will say data frame group by. Let's group our data by department, and let's group it by salary. And for the aggregation function, let's say apply, and we will pass lambda, and I'm going to say for x numpy percentile, I will pass x and 75 like this. So let's call the custom aggregation. Great. Here we are calculating the 75th percentile salary in each department. Okay, let's do group by with sorting. We did some kind of this on the result sorting, but I want to show you on the same line. So we can say sorted average salary, and it's going to be data frame group by. We are going to group by department. Let's take the values of salary, that mean, and this time we are going to add chain, sort values, and let's say ascending true in here. And now I'm going to say sorted average salary, and it's going to be on the ascending order like this, since we specify ascending true. Great. Let's talk about using size and count. So let's say group size, and I'm going to say data frame group by department, and I will say dot size. So we are going to have something like this. It counts the number of rows per group, and we can say group count data frame group by department, we will say count. So in here, when I call it, it's going to be the same numbers like this, but this comes column wise, and also in the count it shows non-missing values. So if you have any NA values, it's not going to count on the count, but it counts it on the size. Okay, so let's create another data set, like a sales data set. I prepared that one too in here, and I will say sales data frame is going to be Pandas data frame sales data. Now let's do some quick examples on that too. Let's find total revenue per store, and you can stop the video when I say I'm going to do this, like I'm going to go example by example. Also I can just copy and paste from my notes, so you can try to solve this by yourself, and then you can watch the video for making a practice. So let's start. Total revenue is going to be sales data frame group by. We are going to group by store. We are going to take the revenue and dot sum like this. So let's call total revenue. Great. And here I'm going to continue doing examples on this. So let's create another markdown here for the example 2, and total quantity sold per product. Let's do that. Quantity sold per product is going to be sales data frame group by product quantity sold dot sum like this, and I'm going to say quantity sold per product. Here it is. Okay, let's continue with example 3. I'm going to create a markdown. Average daily revenue per store. Let's do that. Average daily revenue, and let me call the data frame head for remembering it quickly. Okay, average daily revenue sales data frame dot group by. We are going to pass store, and we are going to say sales data frame date, and after that we will say date time month, and we are going to take the values of revenue dot mean like this. So in here we are giving multi-indexes in here with date month. So we are taking the month of the date column. So let's call average daily revenue. Here it is for month wise. Great. So let's continue with our last example on this side. Example 4. Number of sales above $250. So let's say something like sales data frame high sale, and it's going to be sales data frame revenue, let's say greater than 250. Next up I'm going to say like sales data frame dot head 2 again. Here we have the high sale. We will say high sales count, and it's going to be sales data frame group by. We are going to group by store, and we are going to take the values of high sale and we will say dot sum. So we are going to find high sales count. Okay, that was it for this tutorial. We covered a ton, and thanks for watching. Let's get to the outro. Thanks for watching this tutorial on Pandas groupby. I'm sharing new videos every week on my channel on data science. You can subscribe for more videos like this. Also, I have a playlist named Data Analysis Tutorials where I have more than 40 videos just like this one. You can check that playlist from the cards of this video or from the links in the description. Have a great day.